Good morning, Soul Bridge Tribe. Okay, it's another cold morning. My hands are freezing. I'm looking slightly pink, but we're going to do this video anyway. So this is going to be about Chinese astrology, and there are versions of it. So it's also Asian astrology because within different Asian countries, the animals slightly differ. Okay, so Chinese astrology. I'm going to give you a link. Well, it can't be a link on a video, but I'm going to flash for you the URL address where you can find this. It is https://www.chinahighlights.com/travel guide/Chinese-zodiac with another slash at the end. Okay, so Chinese New Year is the start of a zodiac year, and it starts with Chinese New Year in February, which is lunar. So whenever that full moon is in February of each year, that's when the new Chinese New Year is. If you live near Chinatown, you'll always see the Chinese New Year's parade, which we do. It's also broadcast on television, so you might see it there. Every year there will be a new animal. So it'll be the year of the pig, the year of the dog, year of the horse, and I'll get into that more. So there are 12 zodiac animals. There's no cat. There's a story about why there's no cat, because in the allegory, the animals all go to visit the emperor, and this is a story that all children are taught. And so in the story of the allegory, all the animals are crossing the river, and some of them are having difficulty. So the rat and the cat are on the back of the ox who is crossing the river. But rats and cats don't get along, so they're fighting, and the cat takes off. So the ox makes it to the emperor's party, and so does the rat. And so in the order that the animals arrive, the order that they line up in the allegory. And so according to Chinese New Year's, then, that is the reason why there's no cat, so don't look for one. Okay, every year has the same cycle of animals, but the elements change. We'll get more into elements in a minute. Each year also changes animals. So in 2025, that is the year of the snake. 2026 upcoming is the year of the horse. And there are different elements with horses also. Chinese horoscope can describe your personality and your love compatibility and how lucky your year will be. In fact, Chinese business owners and people who are going to get married look at Chinese astrology ahead of time to decide if this is a good or bad date. It works with numerology also to found a new business or get married. And so they look at, the numerology and the Chinese astrology to determine if it's a lucky year or a lucky month or a lucky day to get married, and they'll plan accordingly. Each Chinese zodiac year is represented by the animal. The calendar of Chinese zodiac years will help you find your zodiac sign pretty fast. So this first Chinese astrology link that I gave you to that website, it's just one long continuous page, and as you scroll down it, you'll see all these really cool calculators that you can use. One to find your year, another one to find your compatibility. You can match it with somebody else and see your compatibility. Then there's also going to be, let's see, it says 1991 is the year of the goat. If you were born in 1991, your Chinese zodiac sign is the goat. You're known as the goat. For the starting date of a zodiac year, there are two schools of thought. In Chinese astrology, it would be your animal, and also will be the time of the year. For example, that is the start of spring. The Chinese New Year is day 1 of the Chinese calendar. It falls somewhere between January 21st and February 20th. So New Year doesn't fall on the same day every year, and it can be as late as February 20th before the new year comes up. So you actually have to consult the Chinese calendar to find out when it was the start of the year, because you might be a goat if you're born January 20th, or you might be a goat if you're born February 20th, and you might have to consult that calendar, because you can't just go, oh, okay, 1958, I may, that's not enough. So the start of spring is the first of the 24 solar terms, beginning on February 3rd or February 4th, so they always take into account the season as well. For all that the site has, they don't go into fire, air, water, the different elements of Chinese astrology, so I have another link for that. So wood, fire, earth, metal, water are cycling with the 12 animals every 60 years, creating unique personalities like a wood dragon or a fire horse. They say that if you're born in the year of the dragon, you are the most lucky, auspicious sign. And if you're a horse, they try to avoid fire horses because they're very extreme in their temperaments and personalities. And some people even believe bad luck because of that extreme temperament swing. Because the year of the dragon is so lucky, you'll find that the birth rates go up during dragon years because families are trying to have dragon children in their families. Okay, so I'm also going to go into what's in my pictures because I took an awful lot of pictures here. As part of this preview to what's on this website, I have an all content preview that was their at the top of their page, showing everything that this page has. And if I click into that, because I can't see it, it's too little, it goes into what's my Chinese zodiac sign. So that one, it's going to have a calculator down there where you can actually put in your birth year and it will tell you. Then it tells you what your personality is. Just keep scrolling down. Then it will tell you what's lucky or unlucky. Take that with a grain of salt as far as the things that it thinks are lucky or unlucky for you. It'll tell you a percentage rate of your love compatibility. So just for fun, I put somebody in there and compared them to somebody else, and it said they had 60% compatibility and they had issues going on. And knowing those two people, that sounded about right for me. So the luckiest or unluckiest zodiac sign, apparently it was the goat. They seem to have the most trials and tribulations in life. It shows you your Chinese horoscope for this year and upcoming years. So you can actually put in an unborn baby's date of birth and figure out what their horoscope would be based on when they'll be born. And you can do the personality of a brand new infant based on their brand new date of birth. The Chinese zodiac story of how the animals went to meet the emperor. The Chinese zodiac in other Asian countries, we'll get into that just a little bit, because they do differ. So it might be one animal in China and another one in Vietnam. They slightly differ. The Chinese zodiac versus Western astrology. So you can see the two charts side by side. And basically we know they're both based on 12s, but one of them has like Gemini, Cancer, Aries. And the other one has the goat, the horse, the pig. Those differ a little bit too. Okay, as far as the compatibility calculator, I had really fun using that. You can just take every couple that you know and put their date of births in there, and that's really fun to see their compatibility. Also, if you're dating someone and you want to see what married life looks like with that person, put that in there because it can give you some insight. So the Jade Emperor myth, okay, so that's the emperor that the animals are going to visit, and that's the one that they always tell their children. They'll tell you if you have a lucky birth sign. They also go a lot into personality, and that's interesting. I had to do it in 2 screenshots because there's a lot of information in personality. By the way, this is only one website, so I'm going to give you a screenshot of the other website because it is a very long address, and I'm not going to say it all to you, and I can't give you a link in a video, so I'm just giving you this photo of it. You can see the URL at the top, so write that address down and go put that in your computer, and you can pull up the other really beautifully designed website with the dark background and all the stars, and it has a completely different presentation as far as what the personality looks like, the traits of the different signs. They actually differ between websites, so their explanations and their translations are different. And as far as lucky things or unlucky things, I gave you an example of what that looks like. It does predictions. I thought that was quite interesting also. So I looked at the predictions part, and it will say, for this coming year, or in 2026 or in 2027, here's what it looks like for you, and here are the concerns that we have for you: health concerns, financial concerns, compatibility concerns, relationship, whatever. It goes through these categories. So I hope this is helpful, because I did talk to you about Western astrology and how that is a very ancient art that our visitors, our galactic visitors, gifted us with, and it was ancient knowledge. But the Chinese also have ancient ancestors who have contributed their own versions of this. I find it to be quite stunning and very, very interactive and fun to use. And so both of those calculators side by side, the Western one and the Eastern one, they are very cool about giving you information on your character or the character of your friends, or what's your strength and weaknesses. Again, I was trying to help everybody to understand their life path, and that nothing that you've done when you chose your life path and came into this earth was random. It is designed. There is a design, there's a grand design there. There is a pattern of everything. Everything is a soul path, and you chose this timeline. So you chose those personality characteristics. You chose the kind of compatibility. It's just for us to unravel and unwrap the secrets of what this means that we stepped into. It's our dream. We stepped into it. We're starting to unpack the gifts that we gave ourselves. And it's amazing, huh? Because you take off the bow and undo the wrapper and go, I just learned something new about myself. And you can be, what, 50 or 60 years old and be learning new things still. So that's why this is fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And it's a great research study. People get into great amounts of details doing this. There's a lot that you can learn about yourself. So that's why I'm sharing this today. Okay, Soul Bridge Tribe. So like, share, subscribe. Please tell your friends about my website. It's brand new. I am putting out videos like crazy, but that doesn't mean I've been around for 4 years. So I would like to gather my Soul Bridge Tribe. Also, if you like my work and would like to give me some sort of feedback, buy me a coffee. There's a link on the front page, down in the description, and I would certainly like some feedback in the comments too. Are there videos you'd like to see? Are there topics that you have not seen me do now in my 46 videos that I already put out? Let me know. All right, have a great day.